Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm Elliot and today we're doing some spring cleanup and it's January 14th. We had a pretty good spring thaw and there's actually a lot more snow on the way tonight. It rained for like the past 5 days. It's raining now and it's been 50 degrees and I've been putting off this chore for the past, well, as long as I've put the wood here. That's how long I've been putting off this chore. I want to get all this wood moved away from my pond because it's kind of an eyesore. And we're stacking it back near the woods and we're going to tarp it because I'd like some dry firewood. I've got tarped firewood up front, but this is my backup supply. There's probably, I don't know, 30, 35 totes here full of firewood. So we're just going to get after it. We're going to get them moving. We have to get them all stacked, we have to get the tarp, we have to get that rolled out, and we got a couple other things that I think we're gonna get into. So let's get to it. Well, we got them all stacked. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of 4. So we've got 32 spare baskets for this winter and going into next winter. This is my spare wood. I'm probably going to have to dip into it. I've only got about 8 baskets left up front, so we might have to dip into these, and you guys can notice that some of them are only half full. That's because my neighbor Tucker, when he wants to have a bonfire, he comes over here and he grabs some firewood out of some of these baskets. A little inconvenient for wanting full baskets, but it's all right. Gets the job done. Boy, we made a muddy mess. We're gonna have to clean that up. But right now, I've got about 15 more minutes before I need to go inside and start prepping dinner. So I'm gonna go in the shop, grab the tarp. We're gonna get that thing on because I wanna do that while it's still daylight out. And the rest of this stuff I can stack over in the corner once it gets dark tonight. Not really important. The important part is getting that tarped before it snows tonight. Let's go grab the tarp and some bungees. So this is a 20 by 40 canvas tarp from MyT Products. And they provided this tarp for me, same as the last one that that's covering my other firewood up front. And the last one worked great. This one's probably gonna work great too. Did I mention it's 20 by 40? It's pretty big, so it should cover all of this firewood. Now this thing has 12 mil thickness, and boy, is it gonna be a bear to wrestle it onto this firewood by myself. But we're gonna try to make it happen. So this tan canvas tarp is a 12-ounce polyester canvas. They start at 6 foot by 8 foot up to 20 foot by 40 foot. And obviously this is a 20 foot by 40 foot. I wanted the biggest one I could get to store the most amount of firewood underneath it. These tarps are treated to resist water and still allow airflow, which helps reduce condensation and literally making them ideal for firewood like this. They have double stitch seams and rust resistant grommets every 30 to 36 inches. And earlier I said it was a 12 mil, it's actually 12 ounce polyester canvas with a 21 mil thickness. I'll be honest with you guys, that is definitely a two-man job. So if you get the 20 by 40, make sure you got somebody to help you out for whatever you're covering. So MyT Products, the link is going to be down below. This thing is awesome. If it's anything like the tarp covering my firewood up front, then I know this one is going to be worth it as well. Links down in the description. Thanks MyT for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to work. just finished cleaning up those last bins. I left one bin out because there's a couple pieces of firewood laying around that I'll have to clean up. I obviously don't want to leave them in the yard. And we're gonna get the Giraffe Tools power washer out in just a minute. However, I just got a phone call for an emergency no heat from my baby sister. She's got a fuel oil boiler at her house. It's not running. It's gonna be cold tonight. We're supposed to get some serious snow. So I'm gonna go over there and see if I can get her boiler running. And then I have to get that machine cleaned tonight, and I have to get the snowblower on because according to this model, we're going to be getting 14 inches in the next 24 hours. So I need to get the mud off of it before it freezes, and I need to get that snowblower on before it snows because I don't want to be doing it in the snow. So it is currently 7:41 p.m. I guess I'll let you know what time I get back and if I got the boiler going or not. I'd take you with me, but I don't really like filming in other people's houses. I don't even really like filming in my house. My shop's fine, I got no problem with that, but I really don't like filming in my house. So, I don't know, just, there's some weird people on the internet, so I don't like doing that. Well, it was raining when I left, and now you can hopefully tell that it's snowing. It took me 11 minutes to fix their boiler. If you're not familiar with an oil boiler, there's like a nozzle that it spits out of, the diesel fuel or home heating fuel, and then there's two electrodes that throw a spark. Well, their electrodes had worn back, so they needed to be readjusted to bring that spark back in front of the fuel. Readjusted that. Might have to put new electrodes in it eventually, but to get them heat for tonight, we made it work. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is plenty of mud on this machine, and it is obviously currently snowing, so that means it's below 32 degrees. We need to get this cleaned off, and I need to get the snowblower on it, because if we get the snow that they say we're supposed to get, I'm gonna have to clear the driveway. Let's go get the Giraffe Tools power washer out. I've used that thing before, but I'll show you it again. So this is my Giraffe Tools power washer. If you're expecting it to be like my hot seat, it's not, but it's great for just like light cleaning. That's what we're gonna use tonight because it's 9 p.m. I don't wanna wake everybody in the neighborhood up, getting the hot seat out. This is electric, nice and quiet. And it's got like a 100-foot hose on it, I think. It'll get the job done. Oops. Get some hose pulled out here. Oh, and I'm using my Milwaukee light again. That thing works great. I'll put a link down below to both the Giraffe Tools power washer and that Milwaukee light. I love them both. You guys will love them too. So we're all set up for tomorrow. Machine's got all the mud cleaned off of it, so that won't freeze up. Theodore's out here patrolling the shop, and I guess we'll see what snow comes tomorrow. My hands are still kind of dirty from working on that furnace, or that boiler. Yeah, I'm gonna go roll the garbage cans in, pull my wife's car in the shop so she doesn't have to shovel the snow off it tomorrow. She'll be happy about that because she's in bed already, so it'll be a surprise. And I'm gonna go to bed. We'll see what happens. Well, we didn't get a ton of snow, but maybe like 3-4 inches. Well, maybe, yeah, probably about 4 inches or so. And we're gonna take care of the driveway quick because we gotta go out for the day. Right, buddy? We're gonna go have some fun? All right, let's go on the skid steer and get it done.
Yeah.
That was not much fun at all. Skid steer was super cold. I guess it really wasn't the coldness that got me. It was the fact that the window didn't defrost. Because the heaters are like way down here, down there, and there's nothing really pushing on, you know, the window. And there's this, like, I don't know if you can see that air gap. You see that? No? There's an air gap there. Yeah, this is all an air gap up here. It's tough to see, but right over there. And snow comes out of the snowblower and comes through those gaps and makes it kind of chilly in here. And then you get snowy. But, oh well. I guess we'll see what the rest of the day brings. It's still snowing outside. But like I said, we got things to do today, and I wanted to clear the driveway before we drive on it. Yeah, that looks a lot better rather than having the firewood up here back by the woods. And you know that big mess we made yesterday? The nice thing about all this snow, it's not a mess anymore. At least to the untrained eye. I know it's there, but if you skip the first couple minutes of this video, you wouldn't know there's a muddy mess there. Tarp's working good. I've yet to bungee it down. I gotta go buy some bungees. But yeah, we've got probably another 3 or so inches since this morning. Some water on the lens there. Yeah, another 3 or so inches. I got the ASV warming up in the driveway, and I learned my lesson from last time. This time I scraped the ice off the windshield. And if you're wondering, the sledding hill, probably tough to see, but it's still there. It took an absolute beating from that thaw we had, but it is still there. And the problem with the big thaw that we had, all this grass that's underneath the snow is so wet now. If I bring my machine out here, I'm gonna do nothing but make ruts. So I'm gonna have to wait for this ground to freeze a little more. Here's a perfect example. That's from me walking in the back. You can see how wet it is underneath there. So that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I'm gonna go take the ASV RC100 with the Wifo Snowblower out for one more ride today. Clean the driveway one more time. I'm gonna pick up some bungee cords tomorrow. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Until the next video, I hope you guys have a great day. Tell you what, that thing does a great job. Poly edge on there does a good job getting it down to the blacktop. It's still snowing. Hopefully I don't have to do this again tonight, but it was much better after I scraped the ice off that windshield. Catch you guys on the next one.